What is up, mates of YouTube? My name is Aussie Marcel, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the brand new Calvin Klein fragrance, CK1 Essence Parfum Intense. So, if that sounds good to you, let's get into the video. Now, you're probably familiar with the classic unisex fragrance, CK1. This one is spoken about with a fair degree of reverence in the fragrance community online. People are very nostalgic about this one, wearing it in the 90s. I'm actually pretty nostalgic about this one because I started wearing it when I was like 13 or 14 years old. It was one of the first fragrances I ever owned. Performance, not amazing. You're looking at 4 to 5 hours of performance with about four to 5 sprays. But what it lacks in performance, it makes up for in freshness and just memorability. This was one of the premier fresh fragrances, fresh designer fragrances, and you can still get it to this day. The price, the affordability is important as well. I picked this one up for $35 for 200 ml of the fragrance. I've had this bottle in particular since about 2019, and I've still got the overwhelming majority of it left. That's value right there. Now, how does CK1 Essence Parfum Intense compare? Well, I've worn this exclusively for the last 3 days and I love it. I love the fragrance. I love the increased performance. Don't get me wrong, it's no beast. It only lasts about 6 hours, but I love the addition of the blood orange in the opening. It gives the citrus note and the citrus accords a little more sweetness, and they're added very subtle incense or smokiness and amber in the base that adds to the projection of the fragrance, adds to the overall warmth in the base. It's just a lovely fragrance to wear. I've been getting a pretty hefty amount of compliments for this one as well. So again, this isn't a performance beast. You're not going to be wearing this and it's going to last on your skin for 3 days, but it's definitely an upgrade from CK1. And as for the fragrance itself, I'm already wearing it, but even in the opening, you get a touch of that spice, hint of smokiness, and the amber, and then the blood orange comes through, along with some of the other citrus. I get a lot of lemon peel as well. Clean musks. It is a beautiful fragrance, and if you imagined what a modern or a contemporary interpretation of CK1 would smell like, it'd be this. It would be unequivocally this. I just want to compare it alongside the original quickly. CK1 Essence. It's such an upgrade, but you can still tell that this is a flanker of CK1. It has the DNA of CK1, so if you're a big fan of the original, I do think you're going to love this one as well. It's the subtle smokiness in the base that really sells it for me. It's the blood orange, the bergamot, and that amber in the base as well, like I said before. It is such an upgrade. Now, as for the price, from Chemist Warehouse, I paid $60 on sale from $98, which means effectively that Chemist Warehouse will always stock this for $60 unless it reduces in price further, which I suspect that it will over time. CK1 Gold and CK1 Platinum, they lowered in price over time as well. Now, the question is, would I recommend for you to pay $60 for CK1 Essence? Probably not. I love the way this one smells for myself and I can afford the $60, but if you already own CK1 and you've still got most of the fragrance left in the bottle, you probably don't need to pick this one up. Having said that, if you've got a spare $60 handy and you're here in Australia and CK1 is your favorite fragrance, and I would not be surprised if a fragrance like CK1 was your favorite because it is universally loved aside from the performance, I probably would recommend it to you in that case. It is a notable upgrade from the original. It's definitely more modern, it's more complex, it's got a little more sweetness, and that added sweetness only adds to the contemporary feel of the scent. I'm glad I paid the $60 for it because I've worn it 3 days in a row and I don't plan on not wearing it anytime in the near future. It's a beautiful fragrance, probably my favorite Calvin Klein fragrance since the release of CK Eternity Parfum. And I'm gonna recommend it if you can pick it up for $40 to $50, but probably not at the $60 price point. But with that being said, I do love this one. If you've tried CK1 Essence before, let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. And until the next video, my name is Aussie Marcel, and I will catch you guys around.